We gotta address a lot of things. We gotta address Ragnar's business.
Steven.
Got bit by a were-rat.
He hands you, it's a black, literally looks like human skin, leather-bound book. And all of a sudden, in the distance, you hear war drums.
We need to get these people to safety now.
This Belloc rolls up to you guys, just panting really hard. He's like, hey, you guys, come on, follow me. I know the way out. Let's go.
Everybody, come with me.
You see this giant dragon.
Oh shit, Rafa does not do this. Rafa does not fight. Oh shit.
Cerberus.
Goodbye, Ragnar. Be good.
No!
I have taken your god. Now I will take you.
I don't know who you are, where you came from, but I will kill you.
Wait, you guys did not let me on. Come on, why you...
Oh, hold on. We better stop and get him.
I think we absolutely have to go to one place. This is in Weildstone. Have you heard of it?
I, Colton, the witch hunter.
So, like, oh my god, totally, like, my name's Davina, and I'm, like, a half-elf necromancer, and I have this guy that follows me all the time. He's awesome. His name's Popwire, and yeah.
My name is Ragnar. I'm an Osmar dragon fighter.
I'm Kaylin. I'm a high elf ranger. And I have an owl named Alara.
Hello, I'm Cutler27. And I do want to apologize to you guys about this next video. My audio in the next video was not recorded, so you wouldn't be able to hear me at all. So what I'm going to do is record here like this and put me in the parts and explain what I am telling the people, the players, and as well as you guys. So first off, I start out with everybody sleeping and they're dreaming. Colton. In Colton's dream, he sees a hut in front of him. He's in a swamp. He sees a flash of light through the windows of the hut. This hut is very familiar to Colton. Colton gets closer to the hut. He's shaking a little bit. His hands are shaking a little bit. He grabs the doorknob of the hut. He opens, and there's a green flash that hits him in the face, and he wakes up. Next was Kaylin's dream. Kaylin is home. She's back on the High Elven island that is nowhere on the world map. She's back at her father's castle where she grew up. She looks around and everyone's dead. So she hurries and runs up to the throne room to see her parents. She gets to the throne room, looks at her father sitting in the throne. He has a sword pierced through his chest. Dead. She looks to the right. She sees dead servants everywhere. She looks to the left. She sees a dark figure. She can't quite make out what he looks like, but she can hear him. Ah, there you are, High Elf. And he's holding her mother by the throat, and he snaps her neck. She wakes up. Next off is Ragnar's dream. Ragnar is in a strange place. He looks around. He looks like he's in a dungeon, but not quite a dungeon, probably more of a torture chamber. He's looking around. He sees bloodstains on the walls, on the floor. He sees skeletons in shackles. he hears a scream, a very familiar scream, coming down the hallway in front of him through a door. He approaches the door. He is shaking. He opens the door, looks around. It's very bright. He sees a dark figure standing over the top of his god, Cerberus. This figure, he can't quite make out what he looks like, but he can hear him. I told you, I will take you. And Ragnar looks down at his deity. His deity looks at him. Save me. Help me, Ragnar. He wakes up. Last is Davina's dream. Davina can't move around, but she recognizes the place she's around. She's where she grew up, where she was born. She's happy. She sees her mother. She sees her father. All of a sudden, an arrow pierces through her mother's head. Dead. She looks around. She sees people dying that are in her clan. Her father grabs her, starts running, and all of a sudden, she falls and hits the ground. She looks over. Her father has no head. Burnt away. And all of a sudden, she sees footsteps approaching her. Her feet approaching her. She looks up. She knows this person. It's Stephen, the one that taught her the necromantic ways. He's holding a knife to her throat, debating on if he should kill her, looking at her parents, then back at her. He puts the knife away. All of a sudden, a dark figure approaches. Stephen backs away with her, bows his head. Master. Then she wakes up. That's their dreams they had. So now everyone's awake. As soon as Colton wakes up, he sees a dark figure run by the window, and he also hears it.
I get up, throw a couple logs on the fire real quick, and walk over to the window and see what I see outside.
So as soon as Colton says he goes over to see what he sees out the window, it is 3 o'clock at night, so it is dark. So I had him roll a perception check with disadvantage.
12.
So he didn't roll very high. He did see that it was really dark outside and 3 dark figures running away down the street.
Hey, Davina, come over here to see if you can see these guys. Someone running away from the house.
I'm trying to get sleep. Like, come on.
Something weird's going on right now.
I guess if I have to get up, I will.
Yeah,
So
sorry to wake you and all, but
I'll get up and walk over to the window and look out.
So here, I asked Davina to roll a perception, which she has dark sight, so she did not have to roll with disadvantage, just a regular roll.
18.
She saw the 3 figures, dark figures running away, but she got a more clear look at what they were wearing. They were wearing black robes, and they have an insignia that's shaped in a triangle. I will post a picture up right now so you guys can see it. It has a white skull in the center, and it has lines down on the edges. And she sees them running towards what looks like a church area out in the distance of the middle of the city.
Holy shit, did you not just see them go running that way?
I see people, I just can't. It's just kind of dark with my human eyes.
Well, they look like they're running maybe towards the church or something. Maybe we should wake everybody else.
Alright, yeah, let's go check up on Ragnar. Anyway, let's... Hey, Kaylin, you still sleeping here?
No.
Well, we gotta go. Like, totally, these guys were just like running, and it looks like they're running towards the church. And I don't know what we need to do, but let's get everybody up and figure the hell out what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, totally, let's do this like now.
Why don't you guys head out, and I'll see if Rafa's upstairs.
Right here, I switch over to Ragnar and Jin. Ragnar wakes up.
Hey, Jin.
As soon as Ragnar rolls over to see where he last seen Jin, he noticed that Jin is missing. He also heard a lot of running on the other side of the building from him.
I quickly jump to my feet. I'm going to perceive my surroundings.
So he rolled an investigation check.
Investigate with a 17.
So here, what Ragnar sees, he sees a bunch of muddy footprints all around. And he also sees hooves of what looks like a cow, imprints in the mud as well. And also skeleton footprints.
I need to tell the others. Run inside!
As Ragnar runs back towards Rafa's house, he is met up with Kaylin and Davina at the back door.
Holy shit, bro!
Ladies! Have you seen Jin?
As soon as they meet up, Davina notices that where she left Bob Wire, he is no longer there.
Has anybody seen Bob Wire? Like, what the hell's going on here? Where is Bob Wire?
He's with Jin. Where are they? Have you seen them?
Jin was with you.
Well, clearly, he is not with me anymore.
Did you like just kill him or something? Like, what the hell is going on here? Because he was with you last, and
Right here, I think I have to clarify, Davina is actually talking about Bob Wire, not Jin.
How do you kill something that's already dead?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. That's why I'm trying to find him. Not to kill him, but I'm confused.
Right here, I used Ragnar's perception and investigation earlier to tell him that there was some drag marks along with those bull prints and stuff that he's seen earlier.
Somebody took him. Look, you see that? It's a bull print. It's like a hoof. It's from an animal. It's not from a person.
Wait.
Minotaur.
And right here, I tell Davina that she notices that the wagon is gone.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Who's got the wagon?
Son of a bitch!
Kaylin, where did you leave the wagon? Okay, what is going on here?
It was outside. It should be right here.
Okay, first of all, what's going on here? Colton woke me up. I see these weird guys in like these robes running towards the church. Bob Wire's gone, Jin's gone, and our goddamn wagon. What is going on here?
Let's go to the church. I feel like they have answers.
Here, I switched over to Colton, and Colton went upstairs to go see Rafa and to see what his thoughts were. He gets up to the stairs and he sees 3 sets of doors, one on the left, one straight down the hallway, and one on the right.
Okay, I'll go to the first one and just go, Rafa, you in there?
No answer.
I'll jiggle the handle. Is it locked?
It's unlocked.
So I'll open it and just kind of peek inside, see if I see anything.
He sees a shelf full of what looks like smuggling supplies.
Okay, I'll close it. I'll go to the next door. Rafa, you in there?
No answer.
I'll jiggle the handle, see if it's locked.
It's unlocked.
I open it and just peek inside.
So he's found Rafa's room. It's been tossed, like somebody just went and destroyed it. His bed was overturned. He had a little round table. It was tipped over. He had a bookshelf in there. It was also tipped over. He also found some blood splots, kind of a blood trail going towards the window, and the window is open. And realizes Rafa is not in his room.
Okay, so I'll step inside and, like, I guess investigate closer.
So I had him roll an investigation check.
15.
So as he investigates the room, he does notice a lot of the blood splatter leading towards the window. He looks closer at the desk or the table, and he notices that the candle was laying down and it's still lit. and he heads towards the window.
I'll go up to the window and I kind of just look out, see if I see anything, or if is it facing the way I saw those people?
I tell him no, it isn't. It's facing the back of the house. So right below him, he will look down. He will be able to see Kaelin, Davina, and Ragnar out that way.
Okay, so I'll look out and I see them downstairs then.
Yes, he does see them. I also tell him that as he's looking out the window, he notices that there is a piece of fabric in the corner of the window stuck, like it ripped off of somebody.
Okay, so I'll pull it off the window.
I tell him that it's a soft fabric, like a cotton fleece.
Okay. Do I see any like lettering or anything on it?
I tell him he sees a piece of what looks like an insignia. It's white with lines through it like they're bricks.
Okay. So I'll take that and I'll go back downstairs.
This is where I tell Colton that he feels a witch's presence coming off of that piece of fabric.
Pretty evil badass witch. Can I use the magic sense on that?
I tell him that it's a mixture of good and evil.
Okay. I'll take the cloth with me, and then I'll head back downstairs to meet up with everyone to kind of tell them what I saw. Hey, guys, I think something happened to Rafa. I mean, I found this cloth. There's blood everywhere, and shit's tossed up. And I hold the cloth out for everyone to see. I think this is part of their robes. Maybe it was those guys that were running away. I don't know. If you guys want to check this out, see if Davina, you said you got a good look at them. If you want to see if this is same stuff.
Yeah.
Mr. High and Mighty, you not notice Jin is gone as well.
And Bob Wire, like, seriously, what is going on here?
All right. I'm guessing it's got something to do with those three that are running with us.
One of them has hoofs.
All right, well, maybe we should all just head towards where those guys are going. See if we could find Jin, Bob Wire, and now Rafa is gone.
Wait,
Well,
what did you find? What did you say it looked like?
Oh, here. Shit, sorry. I got distracted. Here's the robe piece, or whatever, this cloth piece. See, is this the same stuff?
Yeah, that looks just exactly like it.
I then tell Davina that she's not 100% sure, but she does recognize that part of the insignia of what she's seen, but it was kind of hard for her to see.
I mean, it could look like it. I mean, it was kind of hard to tell. They were running, but it's pretty similar, I guess.
Okay, well, maybe we should go towards those people. Maybe, like you said, they were heading towards that church. Maybe we'll go. Let's go check that out because I'm pretty sure they have something to do with this.
I'm fine with that. I mean, I just want Bob Wire back at this point. Like,
Yeah, Jin, Bob Wire, and Rafa are all part of this group now. We need to figure something out because we can't just leave them behind. And it was weird. I don't know if you guys felt it too. It's already started out weird, but I had this weird ass dream that woke me up. And I haven't had a dream like that in years. And so something's happening here that we need to, I think we need to figure something out. And now all of a sudden these guys are gone. So I'm going to head that way. Let's grab our stuff. Maybe go check this shit out.
Sounds good.
As Colton mentions his dream, my character, my pale blue, like, eyes without, like, iris, there's the blank pale blue in my eyes, like, starts fading to, like, a really dark gray, and then I start getting dark circles under my eyes before it goes back to normal. And, like, just for a couple seconds, then it goes back to normal.
Do we notice that?
Right here, I had them roll perception checks.
So 22.
Yes, Colton noticed it.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to do anything about it. I just noticed.
yeah, I want to check too. 9.
No, she does not notice. Then Kaylin wanted to see if she wanted, or if she could notice it.
17.
Yes, she does. So right here, everybody's going to get their gear, and I asked Kaylin what she's going to do with Alara, her barn owl.
Alara, go feed and stay close by. Be ready for when I need you. So I fling my arm and let her let her fly off.
Right here, I tell them that it takes about 30-45 minutes for them to gather all their gear and get ready to go towards the church or towards where these people took off running to.
I think we should be careful and kind of not just run up there, but let's kind of sneak up so we don't get detected.
I never rolled a perception to see what I noticed around or anything. Can I do that?
I told her yes. Roll a perception for me.
20.
I tell her what I told everyone else, that she's seen a bunch of footprints. She sees three different sets of people footprints, as well as 4 different sets of skeleton footprints. One of them belonging to Bobwire, where he was standing. It was more indented because he was standing there for most of the night before he was taken away, but it looks like he walked away. And she also noticed the drag marks from where Jin was laying down, and she's seen the wagon was also taken, and she's seen those big hoof prints from a cow as well, heading towards the church area.
It looks like footprints are leading up to the church, so I definitely think what Colton said, to just be wary and watch out around you as we walk up.
I pull out my long sword and I kind of crouch and I walk kind of in the shadowy areas.
So as they get ready to go ahead towards the church, I tell them I need them all to roll me a stealth check. As well, I needed to know which order they were going to be in as well.
I'm first.
Excuse me, human. I think we need someone that can see better in the dark.
Yeah, that might be a better
Not-
thing.
Not the most important one today, are you?
Now they're telling me what they rolled for stealth.
I rolled a 17.
Yeah, I got an 18 stealth.
21.
12.
Here I tell them that they go up to the road where they last seen the people running away from them, and it splits off into an intersection, one to the right and one to the left.
Kaylin, you're the leader. Which way are we going?
Right here, Kaylin rolls for a perception to see if she can follow the trail, and I tell her that after she rolled really good, by the way. I didn't get it on audio because the audio cut out, but I told her that the trail of everything that she's seen back at Rafa's house, the footprints and everything, leads on the left road, and it looks like that's going towards the church area.
I think we should go to the church.
So as they were sneaking around in the darkness, it is very dark outside. There is clouds over the moon. It's very dark. No, there's hardly any lights. This is a very big city, I tell them. Most of it is in ruins. Looks like a big war or a battle happened in this city. So a lot of ruined houses on either side of them. And it takes them a couple hours in order for them to actually get partially away there. And the sun is also come over the mountains, so it's starting to get a little brighter outside as well. And I had them re-roll stealth checks because it's been a couple hours since they've done it.
11.
I rolled a 15 plus 5 for stealth, so a 20 for stealth.
10.
The audio for Colton's stealth check didn't come through, but he rolled pretty low. I believe he rolled a 7 if I remember correctly. But I tell him that the sun's coming up. And also Kaylin re-rolled a perception check, same thing, audio issue. But she rolled a 17 for perception. So she still has the trail, following the trail. But the sun's coming up, and they start sneaking around still. But then they also hear a little boy talk to them all of a sudden, and the boy says, "Hey, who are you?"
Ragnar has his spear. immediately points it at the sound and looks.
Ragnar scares the child and starts screaming.
Hey, it's
Well,
fine.
I was just seeing if you've ever seen the golden spear before. You know, it's kind of cool.
Here I give them a little more detail on what the child looks like. He is very dirty, very ragged hair, like he's never ever taken care of it. His clothes are ripped, very, very. He looks like he's wearing rags, and he looks like he's been sleeping out on the streets his whole life. And he starts sobbing.
Hey, it's okay. We're just
Here the child asks why they're sneaking around in the dark alleyways.
trying to play hide and seek with our friends.
But that guy threatened me with his spear.
I was just showing you my gold spear. I figure you've never seen one before. I didn't mean to scare you.
The child steps back, scared of Ragnar and his group.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Of course, you gotta scare the little kids away. Like, do you not know how to handle it?
Have 2 gold pieces.
Have you seen some people run by here with, say, dragging somebody or somebody?
The child tells him no, he has not seen anybody.
I know.
Did you see like a skeleton with a sword and shield, like walking somewhere? I'm missing my friend named Popwire, and he's really important to me, and I really need to know where he's at. So, like, please tell me you've seen him.
At this point, the boy puts his hands in his face and starts sobbing really hard.
I'm so
Hey.
sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. I just wanted to know what was going on.
She made the boy cry.
Hey, kid, it's okay. It's okay. What's wrong?
The boy then explains why he's sobbing so hard, that his family's bones, his mother and father's bones, got robbed. Somebody dug up their graves and stole their bones, and he doesn't know who did it.
Davina.
Well, hey.
Davina.
I've been sleeping in the house, you guys. Come on. I had nothing to do with it. Like, Kaylin and Colton can contest to that.
It's true. It's true. But hey, we're trying to find the people that took our bony friend and a couple of our others, and so maybe they took the same person. So did you see anybody like dragging something heavy on a cart or driving a cart through here, like within the past hour and a half?
No, I didn't see anybody dragging anybody, but I did see 3 people running by about that time frame that you were talking about.
They were going this way though, towards that church.
Yes.
Well, hey, I appreciate you.
The kid then stops him in his mid-sentence and warns him about the church, that there's a bunch of scary people that go to that church.
I'm scarier.
I don't get scared very easy.
Coming from the 2 big guys that are going to scare this poor little kid, and then he's just going to go run off and cry.
The boy then looks at Ragnar and asks him if he's the bad man that always goes into the church, because he looks a lot like the bad man.
Wait,
I'm not the bad man.
wait, you
I
said
just do bad things to do good for the better, the greater good.
Hold on, Ragnar. Did you say he looks like the bad man? Like you're asking if he is the bad man?
Yes.
Damn it, Steven.
The little boy's older brother then shows up. He's a big, round guy, big, bushy beard. It looks like it's been very unkempt. So it's like never taken care of. His long hair, red hair, and he's a huge dude. And he asks him what they are doing with his little brother.
Hey, we just asked him questions. We accidentally spooked him. We're just seeing if we've seen our friends come
Totally
by.
nothing. Going on our way. We will be going now. Thank you for your time.
I like your beard.
The older brother then starts calling the group, Ragnar, Kaylin, Davina, and Colton, a bunch of terrorists, but he's meaning tourists, which really confuses the group. The dude has a very heavy drawl to his British accent.
Terrorist.
I think he means tourists.
The older brother then grabs his little brother and starts walking away, calling him stupid terrorists.
I turn like a Kaylin. Did he
maybe.
just say terrorist?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like his grammar wouldn't be good. I feel like he said tourist.
I don't know, but I don't want any part of it.
Let's head to that
The
church.
only okay, I've only met one person that ever had eyes like mine, and that was Steven. So, a necromancer bringing dead things from the grave that has eyes like mine, because he can't see the rest of my face. It's kind of covered up if you can't notice.
I
He has
just
eyes
thought you
like
were
mine.
you just looked ugly and you didn't want people to see and you kind of hid for a minute. Like I didn't know that's what you were talking. Like, sorry, my bad.
So as they're talking about this, Colton gets pretty serious, kind of looks kind of like thinking hard, kind of cracks his neck a little bit, looks at Davina. How well do you know Steven?
I probably know him better than anybody else. I don't think he would be behind something like this.
No,
Totally not who he is.
Well,
probably in front of it.
there's some things that are kind of leading and kind of fishy. How long have you known him?
Well, he found me when I was a baby. I mean, my village was destroyed. He found me, he raised me, but he's not that type of person to do something like this.
All right. Well, I think we should get to church and figure
Yeah,
out what's...
I think we need to get going, keep moving.
So Colton kind of just looks at Davina one more time, and then just kind of, and then all right, let's go, and kind of starts walking towards the church.
So at this point, the sun is well up, and there's people starting to crowd the streets, so there's no need for them to be stealthy, and so they move on towards the church. So they get to the church. I will post a picture of what the church looks like up right now, and they're looking at it. There's dead trees everywhere, and it's a cemetery around the church. Looks very, very old, like nobody's used it in a long time, except for the front door. The front door has that same insignia, the triangle with the skull. I will as well put the picture up right now as well.
Totally. I'm pretty sure that's the same symbol on the door as before. But it was dark, so...
I'd like to kind of sense if there's magical shit coming here that I felt off that robe.
So I had him roll a magic sense.
15.
I tell him yes, he does. He senses that same exact witch magic feel vibe that he got off of that piece of robe that he got out of the window at Rafa's house.
Hey, they're definitely in here. I can feel that same stuff off that robe. I can feel it. It's in here. God, I think we should maybe go in. I don't see anybody inside. The door seems fine to me. Maybe we should just head on in. What do you guys think?
Go ahead.
Ladies first.
Oh, I'll open the door for you. I'm more than happy to do that.
No, you wanted to go. You can go first.
Okay, so I'll put my hand on the door and just try and push it open.
So right here, as Colton puts his hand on the door to go through into the church, they all hear somebody yell at him from behind saying, "Hey, what are you doing over there?"
Hey, we're gonna go inside.
The guard then asks them what their business is to go inside this church.
Hey, we're hunting some pretty evil stuff. I'm a witch hunter, professional like bounty hunter, witch hunter guy from Alexandria, and it led us here, so I'm just doing my job.
Ragnar pulls the top of his head covering down a little bit further over his eyes and lowers his head so they can't see his eyes.
The guard asks Colton why he came from Alexandria to here.
Well, I mean, it's just my job led me here. Like, it's the same shit, that's going on over there, and it led me here.
What happens next? The group, I'll briefly explain. I'm sorry again, this won't happen in any future videos, but the audio was crappy in this next part, but the guard asks him who sent them to come hunt witches here. And Colton mentions Bob, the mayor Bob, over in Sicilia. The guard gets confused and he's never heard of this town, Sicilia. It's not even on the map. And so they get a little argument over that, and then the group comes to realize that these people are very quick to judge. And Ragnar turns into, while he's covered up, he turns into a dragon and goes to start attacking them. But Kaelin and Davina both stop them. Colton also helps stop Ragnar from attacking these guards. And these guards assumed that they were all magical, and magic is illegal in Garminus. And so they put Davina in chains because she mentioned that she's looking for a skeleton that walks around with her, which is necromancy, which is dark magic. So they put her in chains for that, and they assumed Colton uses magic because he's a witch hunter, and most witch hunters use magic to kill witches. And they ask Ragnar, like, what is his profession? And he pulls out his spear. After he turns back to normal, he pulls out his spear, and he says he's a fisherman. I had him roll a deception check, sorry. He rolled a deception check, and he rolled really high, so it's kind of funny, though, because there's no water around this city. And so the guard believes that he was a fisherman, and he was there to find fishing supplies. And then they asked Kaelin what her profession was, and Kaelin said she's just a ranger, just traveling adventurer. And they let her go, but they noticed that these guys, every person that they've talked to is very, very snappy in this town. And so Davina and Colton get taken to the Hall of Justice, and they go inside, and they go into what looks like a courtroom. It's a big round room. There's one tall pedestal right in the front, and there's seats that circle around them. And then there's two little tiny pedestals down in the center, and they put each one of them in there. Colton deceived the judge by rolling a nat 20, saying that he is going fishing with Ragnar. And so he deceived them, and they believed him with a nat 20. So Colton got released. He tried to help Davina's case by saying that she was also part of the group about the fishermen and stuff, but the judge and them kicked him out. So he's out, and it's back to Davina. And all of a sudden, behind the judge, Davina hears a voice, very, very familiar voice. And it goes, Davina.
Why do I feel like I've heard that voice from somewhere before?
Davina, what are you doing around here? You and your new friends, what do you think you are doing here? Long time no see.
You tell me, because I just come into the church and then all of a sudden I'm in cuffs and...
You're not supposed to be touching the church. It's off limits, my child.
I didn't touch the church. It was the dumbass that's walking out there that left me behind. He's the one that decided to come in. I was told not to.
So Stephen then tells her that she's free to go. He looks at the judge, tells him that she is free to go, unshackle her, and that they are under his protection while they are here.
Wait, why are you here? What's going on? I'm so confused.
See you soon, Davina.
And then Stephen walks away.
See you very soon. Okay, very soon what? Hello, I need answers here, and what in the hell is going on here? Why do I feel like I'm so freaking confused?
So at this point, Colton and Davina both go out to the front of the Hall of Justice and meet up with Kaelin and Ragnar and deciding what to do next.
Okay, is it just me, or was that like really freaking crazy and weird? Like, you guys are not gonna believe who I just saw in there.
Holy shit, you guys are out.
Yeah,
What
apparently,
happened?
apparently I'm going fishing with you now. So
Hey, I thought there was a good story. I'm carrying a freaking spear, for God's sake.
hey,
Hey
it's all
guys,
good,
can
man.
we talk about what I just saw in there and who is in there?
What's
like,
going on?
Talk.
I'm
Who
the
you
only one. Like, Steven just let me go and walked away with no questions answered.
Did I not say Steven? 10 minutes ago. Did I not 10 minutes ago say Steven was behind this?
I had no idea. I'd never seen anything like this from him my whole entire life. This is weird. Like, it's like deja vu or something.
At this point, Colton asks if there was any guards around, and I, as the DM, tell him yes, there is. There's the 11 guards that originally brought them to the Justice Hall.
Let's go.
We need to get out of sight.
Yeah.
I think we go back to Rafa's house and figure this out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
So they decided after they wanted to go back to Rafa's house. Ragnar is looking for a Fletcher as well as a blacksmith, and Colton eventually goes with him as well. Kaelin and Davina go to Rafa's house, which there's a blacksmith right down the road from Rafa's house. So Kaelin and Davina get to Ragnar's house, and Davina stops Kaelin at the back door, while Ragnar and Colton go off to the blacksmith.
I have a real weird feeling that something bad is going to happen because of these two.
I don't know what it is with this place, but Ragnar didn't start acting this way until we got to this town.
What she means here is when Ragnar's eyes turn dark and stuff, and they like flicker back, and he looks pretty evil.
Well, and I don't think he understands that I really didn't think that Steven would do something like this because he's not that type of person, and I have no idea what the hell is going on. But, something really weird happened to me before I was woken up by Colton, though.
What happened?
I had a really strange dream. It was like I was being taken back to when my parents died. It was really odd and weird. It was like I was there. And I remembered everything. And I've never been able to remember anything.
Really, I had a weird dream too. I don't really want to go into detail, but I had a weird, creepy dream as well.
Well, just to keep this in between, like, me and you, because I don't think the guys could handle it, and they would go berserk, and, I'm probably going to be like, oh, see, she has something to do with it, which totally isn't me, because that's not who I am, and I don't know what the hell's going on here, but, it was really weird. It was like, Steven caused everything to happen. Like, it was like my life flashed before my eyes, and he's the one that caused all of this. And now he's causing all of this, and I don't know what the hell's going on, and I'm so confused. I just want Bob Wire back.
Let's just go inside and keep an eye out and just be really... We need to be aware of our surroundings and who's watching. Because I feel like we're going to be watched now.
Totally. I really think we will really be watched. For sure.
Here, Kaelin and Davina went into Rafa's house, so I switched over to Colton and Ragnar, who went down 4 houses, and there's the blacksmith on their left. They show up, and it's an open-faced building. They see an anvil and a guy, a big human, pretty big guy, hammering on the anvil, and Ragnar and Colton approach him. So right here, Colton and Ragnar meet up with the blacksmith and ask if they have any items that are very good. They notice that there's a lot of scrap metal and just there's not a lot of material there. Very good material. And so the blacksmith remembers something, and he goes in the back and brings out a couple of stones. And these two, Ragnar and Colton, recognize these two stones and eventually take them. They were stones that Jin had when they first escaped the volcano, and Kate eventually took them. Colton took them and put them in his pocket, and then Ragnar asked for something else, and then so as well as Colton, and the blacksmith brought up a shield. It was real nice. I'll put it up right now so you guys could see it. And he also brought up a dagger, and I'll put that up as well. The dagger was golden hilted. It was a little bit longer than a regular dagger, but not quite as long as a short sword. It had a green emerald sitting right in the middle of the hilt, and the shield was golden, and it had spikes coming out of it, and it's like a heart shaped way, but there's spikes on it, and it has a mouth on it. It's kind of a dragon face, but it has a mouth on it, and it looks like you could put your hand in on the mouth. Colton did some magic sense on it, and turns out it was a cursed shield. As soon as he gets attuned with it, he'll find out exactly what it is. And the daggers, they find out that, or Ragnar takes the daggers back to Davina and tells her to get attuned with it. It is a magical item. They found out that magical items are not illegal in Garminus. They're just no longer being made because nobody can use magic, because magic is illegal in Garminus. So previous weapons or shields or armors or whatever that have been enchanted are okay, is what the law says. We'll get to it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you as well, they also got a glove. It's a red glove that you can put over your hand, and as soon as Ragnar puts it, the blacksmith shows them first that it works. So the blacksmith puts the glove on, aims it down at the fireplace, and it shoots a fireball out of his hand, and it lights the fireplace up. And so Ragnar was pretty impressed with it, so they bought that as well. And as soon as Ragnar puts it on, it didn't need attunement to him, so it casts fireball, unlimited casts, but he's not proficient in wizardry or magic, you would say, and so it only does a 1d4 damage. So yeah. Ragnar also asks the blacksmith if there's a Fletcher in town. The blacksmith does tell him yes there is, but they've been shut down. And they asked the location of it, and they said over in between the church and the Hall of Justice. There's a bunch of buildings around it that are collapsed. It's the only standing building, and it's empty. It's been closed for a while.
So I look at Ragnar. Let's meet up with the girls real quick. Let's see if one of them could benefit from this dagger, or unless you're keeping it, you bought it. I mean,
No, I figured Miss, the weird one. Figured she might like it.
Kaylin? You think she's that weird? I didn't notice.
No, the other one. The weird one.
Oh, Davina. That makes sense. I got you.
the one that was very oddly interested in a dead boy.
Yeah, I did kind of catch that too. Speaking of which, sad about him.
Yeah, no, he was I was really hoping we were gonna kind of steal him away, give him a little money, and give him a better life.
Dude, as I'm talking to you, I'm kind of walking towards Rafa's house.
Yeah, we're walking towards Rafa's house.
You see Colton Ragnar, you could tell that he's kind of like upset and discouraged, like he almost blames himself, because he couldn't do more for the boy and that town to save him. And you could tell that he feels a weight on his shoulders because of it. I hope everyone's okay. Everyone that's helped us.
Hey,
Something weird's going on, and we need to figure this out.
hey, we're gonna find that Dark Lord. We're gonna find him, and he will fall before us.
Damn right he will. He'll know Colton and you, Ragnar.
And he will free Cerberus. And then you see my eyes flicker and like hold for a second, and then they go back to normal.
Well, according to the way you just looked, I believe you.
So as they're talking, they show up to Rafa's house, and they go inside, and Davina and Kalen notice that they got a new dagger, and Colton has a brand new shield over his shoulder.
Is that why it took you guys so long? Like, seriously?
Hey, Davina.
Actually, check this out, Ragnar.
Hey, Davina. If you stop talking long enough for me to talk, here, I got you something too. I hand her the dagger. It's a magic assassin dagger. Fancy.
Wow. Well, thank you. But, what made you think I would like this?
I don't know, you fucked up that were-rat with daggers. I figure you like a dagger. And this one, I think, by the way, you know, how much it cost, it should do a little more damage than your dagger.
Oh, well, thank you. That really means a lot. You know, sorry about the shit I probably have said about you, but yeah.
It's alright.
Just how I am.
Davina,
My own parents sold me into slavery when I was a week old. I'm used to it.
So here, Colton goes upstairs into Rafa's house. He's having some hard feelings about the people he's failed. He blames himself big time over stuff, and he took his shield, and he's just going to examine it and focus on it and try to attune to it. Meanwhile, Ragnar is talking to Kalen and Davina about what the blacksmith said, and he mentions that the blacksmith told him about a Fletcher that shut down.
He mentioned that there used to be a Fletcher that ran out of business, shut down shop, everything, and it just so happens to be the only building standing next to the Justice Hall. So I have a feeling that maybe it shut down and has a connection to the Justice Hall, considering it's the only standing building in the area. And then we might be able to find a cool new weapon for Kalen as well, if it used to be a Fletcher.
So now they're deciding if they want to hit the Fletcher first, because they think there's a connection between that, Steven, and all the grave robbings. And so now they're deciding on what to do next.
What do you think, Kaylin? What do you think we should do in this situation?
I don't know. Honestly, we need to find barbed wire and Jin, but we also need to lay low because we've caught unwanted attention. And they know where we're staying. I think we should get some rest right now and wake up early and head to the church.
Right. I feel like we should head to the old Fletcher's building and investigate that a little bit, because I feel like it's odd that it's the only standing building next to the Justice Hall, which is kind of next to the church, and that it went out of business, but everything else is collapsed around there. So that might be something worth looking at before we... And if nothing's there, then, you know, no harm, no foul.
Definitely worth a check.
I agree.
We should probably let the crybaby know our plan, huh?
Well, you guys go tell him. I'm going to check out the sword more or dagger.
Sounds good. I'll go tell him, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna lay down.
I go upstairs. Shit. What door is it? Colton, what are you?
So as Ragnar goes upstairs to find Colton, he sees the three doors. He checks the left one first, and he sees a shelf with what looks like a bunch of smuggling supplies. He closes that, and he checks the one on the right. He opens it, and he sees Colton sitting there on the overturned bed.
And I have the shield in front of me, just kind of with my eyes closed. You can see that I'm doing something to it.
Colton!
I look up. Yes.
Hey, so we're gonna chill for a few hours, and then while it's still dark out, we're gonna go check out that building that's still standing, the old Fletcher's, and then if there's nothing there, we're gonna check out the church from there. But we're gonna go out while it's dark. Thought I should let you know. So you keep your pants on, and then I close the door.
So everyone decides to take a rest. Colton and Davina both are checking out their new weapons and shield, and enough time passes that what they learn about it, Colton's shield is a +3 shield, and it eats all slashing damage. Piercing and every other damage is normal, but bludgeoning, if bludgeoning damage happens to him, it's an automatic critical hit against him. So he has to be careful. That's the curse. Davina finds out her dagger is a poison dagger, magical poison dagger. It does a 1d6 plus 3, I believe. I don't remember the exact, so I'm sorry if I said that wrong. But it's pretty powerful for a dagger. It's nice, and that's what they learn. They wait till dark. They wait till about midnight, and they decide to head out.
And so in this time before it's midnight, I cast Remove Curse on those 2 stones to figure out what's going on with them.
So as Colton casts Remove Curse on them, he finds out the stones are called Stones of Annoyance. So every time he would throw them away and think they were gone, and he pulls out a sword in need, or if he's dangling from a cliff and he reaches up to go grab the ledge, instead he would pull back his hand and those stones would be in his hand. So they're just kind of an annoyance curse, but that's what he figured out on that.
I'll walk over to Ragnar saying, "Are we ready?"
I'm always ready. The ladies are sleeping though.
I'll walk over to Davina. Hey, you ready to go?
Oh shit! You scared the hell out of me, bro. You can't just like walk up and do that to somebody. Did your mother not teach you
I
manners?
apologize. My mother's dead.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, man, too.
What's the plan, guys? What are we doing from here?
I walk over to Caitlin and ask her, is she asleep?
No, I wake up and stretch and get up.
I think we should get going before it gets too late or the sun starts coming up.
Right.
I totally agree.
Let's head over to that old Fletcher place, see if there's any connection to it. If not, maybe we find a couple extra arrows for Caitlin at the least.
So everyone heads out from Rafa's house, heading towards the church as well as the Fletcher building. I had them all roll stealth checks. They all rolled very high. So they made it to next to the church. They're hidden still. They made it to the church, no problems. They could see the Fletcher building from where they're standing, and they see a couple guards out front. And then I have Kaylin roll a perception check. She rolled a 23. So I tell her that she's seen in the corner of her eye towards the church what looks like it came through the church, a bright green flash of light.
Did you all see that? Or was that just me?
What are you talking about?
I swear I saw a green flash of light. Just really fast in the corner of my eye.
Is it green?
Yeah.
Like the green fireballs that hit the top of Cecilia? Like that
yeah.
color?
Yeah.
It's Steve.
Fucking Steve.
Guys, we don't know for sure if it's him or not. Somebody could be making him do it.
Yeah, Steve is a strong guy. He's doing it himself.
Well, we don't, like she said, we don't know, but right now it points kind of to him. Why would he be here if he wasn't involved?
But it doesn't make sense. He said that we were being hunted.
Maybe we should maybe go around back of the church and see if there's another door to get in.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak around the back of church.
So here, everybody sneaks around the back of the church, and they're sneaking quietly. They all rolled pretty decently, and they notice that there is a back door to the church, and it's wide open.
I just step in. I
Don't
don't even say anything. I don't even say nod, nothing. I just step in.
So as Colton steps into the church, he sees that it's a very, very old church. Nobody has been. It looks like nobody's been in here for a while. The benches are all worn, and some of them are tipped over, some of them are broken. He looks over by the pedestal, and it looks like somebody recently moved it and moved it back. He could see scrape marks. He did roll a perception on that, and now he's going to roll an investigation on the pedestal.
I'll investigate it. 19.
As he investigates this pedestal, it does look like he can easily move it. He puts his hand on it, and it looks like it's very loose, and it looks like there were some scrapes, maybe that there's a trap door below there.
Okay, and I just, hey, I think there's a way down right here, and I push it open.
I pull out my spear and I look at Colton. Let's go fishing.
So he did notice that there was a trap door there. He opened it, and it's a dark square. It's just a little tiny square, and he sees a ladder, but it's super dark where his human eyes cannot see.
Look at Kaylin. What does your elf eye see for us down there?
You're literally the only one that can't see down there.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Here, as Kaylin looks down the tunnel, with her dark vision, she can only see a certain way, and it just looks like it keeps going straight down.
It's just a
60
dark
like-
hole.
Well, I'll start heading down the ladder then.
So as Colton starts descending down this ladder, he notices that the ladder is in very good shape, looks well kept, and it just gets darker and darker, and he's not able to see. He climbs down for a few minutes, and he finally hits bottom, and he can't see anything. It is dark.
I'll light a torch.
Here, as he lights his torch, he's looking around. He just sees a dark tunnel. It's all rock. He does barely see a glimpse of a stone door clear at the end, but he can't see any light underneath it. But he could tell it's a door. Colton hears down the hallway as well some mumbling, like somebody is talking.
Okay, I'll slowly draw my sword and wait for the others to get down here where they can see what they're doing.
So everybody descends down the ladder, and everybody is down in the cavern cave-like thing area.
You're not with him.
I look down the hallway. It's just a hallway with a big ass door at the end.
I heard someone talking on that direction.
Oh, well, let's go fuck shit up.
They approach the big door, and they hear more mumbling on the other side of it. As they approach, Colton starts to feel that there are some witches, some witchcraft on the other side of this door.
Witches?
I'm gonna draw my
So
magical dagger.
So they checked the door to see if it was unlocked, and it was unlocked and not trapped.
Are we gonna do this?
like I hear Davina saying, "Are we gonna do this?" And ignoring all that and knowing how I feel, I just walked inside.
So as soon as they go into this chamber, it's very lit, big pillars on either side of them going all the way down. Pretty empty room-ish from what they can see, but they're focused straight forward. They see a lady with her back to him, and Colton senses that this is the witch, and they also see some skeletons to her left, and one skeleton to her left, one skeleton to her right, and then there's another skeleton in the right corner, to her right corner, and it's Bobwire.
I'm gonna yell, Bobwire, I finally found you! Where have you been all my life?
As Davina yells out for Bobwire, it alerts the witch, and she turns around and is like, we have guests! And Ragnar does something.
Firebolt.
So as Ragnar fires his firebolt from his glove he got, it goes towards the witch and it hits a force field, and the flame just goes up the force field right in front of her and then dissipates.
I angrily pull the glove off and shove it in my pocket. Stupid fucking glove.
Okay, can somebody explain to me, or can you explain to me why you have my Bobwire? You know, the dude over there with the sword and the shield? Like, that is mine?
The witch tells her that Bobwire is much needed.
Much needed for me. He's mine. You don't take somebody else's property. That's not okay. I don't know who put you up to this, but you don't steal dead things from people. Okay?
The witch tells them that he is needed, as well as all the other bones that she has dug up, needed for an army to go against the Dark Lord.
Of course. Another one of these.
Wait, what?
Right. Where's Jin?
Yeah, where's our friend Jin too? And like like what's going on here? Like, I just want my Bobwire back.
The witch then asks him, "Who's Jin?"
The Middle Eastern guy.
The witch says, "Still don't know who Jin is."
Okay. The people that stole that skeleton, Mr. Bobwire, stole our friends as well. Where did they go?
The witch then says that they were sent to retrieve only bones. So whatever living person was whoever Jin is, they did not take. Or Rafa, because they did mention Rafa was missing.
Oh, are you the reason all the dead bodies in town have been missing? Like, it's totally not okay just for you to go and dig up someone's loved one and, like, you know, totally take them. Like, mine was totally different, but that's just not okay.
Didn't you say Bobwire was somebody's grandma?
Mother, brother, I can't remember. It doesn't matter. He's just mine.
Right.
She says that she will not give away Bobwire because he is needed for the cause, for the army, the great army.
See, I told you guys something to do with an army and bones, but Bobwire will not be involved in that. He's mine. Okay? Thank you.
So, I would like you to ask your followers where they took our friends. Beyond that, and if you give us that skeleton back, I really don't care.
The witch tells him, "We need your so-called Bobwire, but we did not take your friends."
Well, that's why I said ask your followers that took them. Because they took them and the skeleton at the same time.
The witch tells him the same exact thing she's been telling him. "We did not take your friend. Only the skeletons."
A lot of people in this town are wondering what's going on with their dead bodies, like their family and stuff.
Yeah, that's totally not okay.
Stealing them is evil. So I have no choice but to uphold the good and kick your ass.
After what Colton says, I ask them to roll initiative for a fight.
6.
I rolled an 18 plus 5, that's 23.
I rolled a natty 20.
23 as well.
So there's their order of how they're going to fight. Kaylin and Davina rolled both the same exact numbers, 23s. So I asked them which one rolled the higher actual dice, and it turns out it was Davina. So Davina went first, and then Kaylin, and then Colton was first, then Davina, then Kaylin, and then Ragnar. They're fighting a total of 4 skeletons. There's a force field in between Bobwire and the witch, and there's 2 skeletons approaching them on top. I will show you on my screen on here. I have a little chart that you guys can see. Colton is the one with the blue hair. The dragon-looking one with the spikes, that is Ragnar because he turned into a dragon. The yellow hair is Davina, and the red-haired one is Kaylin. And then I set dice up for skeletons. They don't see the other 2 skeletons, but they see 2 skeletons right in front of them. One's carrying a club and one's carrying a longsword. So come to find out, all the audio during the fight was bad, real bad. So I will tell you what happened. Colton went first, attacking with a spiritual weapon, and he hits one of the skeletons, doesn't kill it. Next up was Davina. She moves over and doesn't attack at all. She's more moving towards Bobwire. And then it was Kaylin's turn. They did notice at this time that there was 2 skeletons 20 feet to their right up top on a ledge. And so Kaylin did a hunter's mark on the closest one and shot it with an arrow, which literally took out half of its face. And then it was Ragnar's turn, who was a dragon. He goes and obliterates one of them with a lightning attack out of his mouth, which would have hit both of them, but the other one only took half damage. But he took out the first one. And I apologize again. This really sucks. I will make sure. Excuse me. I will make sure it doesn't happen again. But let's just cut it down. They destroyed all of the skeletons in there, and in the meantime, when there was one skeleton left, which was one of the archers, Ragnar decides to try to attack the witch through the force field. He rolled a nat 20, and he got half of his head and his hand inside the force field, but he was stuck there. They eventually go through. Oh, and a funny thing happened. Davina went to try to punch and weaken the force field, but it was already weakened from Ragnar. She didn't realize, and she rolled a nat 1. So I like, as a DM, to punish my players a lot of the time, to punish them and humiliate them when they roll a nat 1. So because she was standing right in front of Bobwire, so as she punches through, I made her hit her own Bobwire, her own skeleton, which dealt damage. Didn't kill him, but dealt damage to Bobwire. Anyways, they got the force field down, and they are now questioning. Also, Ragnar is holding the witch by her throat. Or no, sorry, he is not. He has his spear down on her neck as she's sitting down, and they're questioning her now.
Where's your army?
Yeah, where's your army?
On the way to the capital.
Who's leading them? Just the dead walking and you're the only one doing this? Or do you have others that are not dead helping you?
She mentions that there is a general leading the dead army to the capital, and his name is Hoffa.
So you're not the leader?
Yes, I am.
I asked who was running the show.
Me.
But you're the lieutenant, not the general.
But you answer to somebody else.
So the witch begins to explain to them that it was her idea to create the bone army, and the general is supposed to lead them into attack.
Who's the general?
The general's name is Hoffa.
Rafa?
It's Hoffa.
Oh, my bad. Hoffa.
Is he a troll?
Yes.
It's Rafa.
No, it's not Rafa. It's Hoffa.
Is it his brother or something?
I don't know if he has a brother or not.
I don't.
Right.
For starters, you need to release Bob Wire back to Davina here, because that is not your shit to be taken care of.
At this point, I've already ran up and gave Bob Wire a hug.
Take him. Take him so I could finish my work.
Stop! You have no demands here.
I press my spear a little tighter into her throat.
With you guys stopping me doing what you're doing, you're ruining our plans.
I thought you said they were your plan.
It was my plan to raise the dead army.
I got a headache.
You're not very smart, are you?
You guys are the ones that broke into my home. How smart are you?
Well, you know, why don't you
Hey, hold on. Calm down here, guys. Breaking into people's home. Excuse me here. You stole my skeleton. What the hell makes you think that's okay?
How was I supposed to know he was yours? I thought he was one of mine.
Well, is it cool to?
What other necromancers have you met that have a skeleton with them? Holy hell. Okay, exactly. Just because someone's skeleton is sitting outside a house doesn't mean you could go up and steal it.
I need you to release all the dead that are here, because we got a few people in town missing their families. Like, they think it's
Look, I'm just gonna say this.
not cool.
If you dig up dead bodies, put the dirt back so people don't know.
We are in a hurry to create this army so we could defeat the Dark Lord. There's no time to rebury holes.
You guys keep. You're the second band of people trying to attack the Dark Lord, and doing it evil-like to achieve it. Okay.
So it's illegal and evil to take up bones that nobody's using?
Yeah, it is.
If it's not your property.
If it's not your property, if it's not family.
Okay, would you like it if, like, your grandmother or your dad was pulled from their graves and sent to be part of an army?
Without your
Like,
consent.
do you know if you're going to get them back? No, because there'll be a pile of bones at the end of it, and you don't know who in the hell is who. So you could have thrown Aunt with Grandma or Grandpa or this or that, or some little boy with the...
Why would anybody feel bad if I'm using their bones for my army?
Well, other people don't see
that
it
don't
that way.
mean nothing. Like, you should still have feelings, even though, like...
I serve the Lord of Bone.
Fuck the Lord of Bones.
Well, you guys are batshit crazy. That's all I gotta say.
You just told me you didn't serve anybody.
I don't serve anybody.
But you serve the Lord of Bones.
You just said you served the Lord of Bones. Man, you are giving me...
The Lord of Bones isn't anybody. The Lord of Bones is a god. Don't you serve a god?
I'd slap her in the face with one of my skeleton wings.
Sorry, I totally forgot that Ragnar actually, so the black flickering in the eyes that he's been talking about, during the fight, he tried to scare the shit out of the witch, right? So he grew these skeletonized wings, and then his eyes went to that dark color as well, and they had like a smoky tint to it, but they're mostly skeleton. That happened during the fight. I totally forgot to mention it, so I do apologize about that. So then I asked Ragnar to roll to hit.
21.
So Ragnar's wing hits her right across the face. As a little blood dripples down her face, she looks back at Ragnar. So you do serve a god, like I do.
Yes, but your god is a bitch.
The Lord of Bones is a very powerful god.
Where is your god? And if he's so powerful, why doesn't he go and fight the Dark Lord?
The Dark Lord has been killing multiple and many gods.
My god is not dead.
Are these bones out here all the people you took from this town?
No,
Where's the rest?
I already told you this. They're marching to the capital. Stupid.
Well, at least we have an answer, honestly. Can I kill her?
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Why don't we just hold her
Why
captive? Because we might need her sooner or later, because she's got information, apparently.
Yeah. Why? Give us good... Let's how to word this. I don't even know how to word this. I don't like, how,
Come on, you're supposed to be the question, man.
I know.
I got yelled at last time over the same situation.
I had better
I'm trying to
questions
be
for a
good here.
damn were-rat that wasn't snappy like this one. Where is the Dark Lord located?
How would I know that?
Because your army's obviously marching towards it.
I said the army was marching towards the capital, not the Dark Lord, stupid.
You know how to kill the Dark Lord.
I don't know.
Do you know who the Dark Lord is?
I've heard rumors of him riding a black dragon.
Yes,
Is his name
yes, he does.
Steven?
I don't know who the fuck Steven is. Quit asking me about him. So back to your question from before, not the stupid one. I've heard that he is possibly, maybe, the Death Knight, or even a devil. But I'm not 100% sure. It goes both ways. I hear him both times. Both ways. But he also has a wizard, very, very powerful wizard with him. Very powerful. And yeah, he's super dark. Dark magic. He uses this dark wizard to fight magic against magic.
Wait, hold on a second. Why would he use magic to fight magic? What makes fighting magic with magic better?
Do I look like the fucking Dark Lord? How would I know he uses magic against magic? Anyways, there's 2 rumors that I heard. But before I tell you those, Garmin, King Garmin, is the only one that's ever come close to killing this Dark Lord. The 2 rumors of how the Dark Lord either killed Garmin, he killed him. Dead. Dead. The second one is he's hiding Garmin in another dimension.
Another dimension, you say? Where my hand maybe went as by. Now I'm very intrigued.
Do the rumors by chance say how he did it?
With a weapon. Now can I go? I got business to do.
No, you're gonna probably come with us.
Find some shekels for her.
So I pull up.
Oh, Hafa's not gonna like this at all.
Who?
Hafa.
Rafa is our friend.
I said Hafa, not Rafa, you stupid. I don't know who this stupid Rafa is.
I feel like we
Speaking
talk
of
about this every day.
Rafa, where is he?
And
Do you
Jin.
know?
I said I don't know this Rafa. Quit asking me about this Rafa. This Rafa's stupid. I am saying Hafa, not Rafa.
You're pretty snappy for a person that we could just kill right now.
If you're gonna kill me, just do it already. I'm tired of sitting here answering your stupid questions about this stupid Rafa that I don't even know.
No, I think
I'm
you're so
going to-
important. I'm
I'm gonna
greedy.
kill her. I want to kill her.
I understand you want to kill her, but I think she's still of abuse, because if we end up running into this Rafa number 2, then we're gonna have to.
It's Hafa.
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, we're discussing this. So if we run into this person, maybe we could.
Just keep her with us for now.
Yeah.
So what, we tie her up and just haul her around? You think that the guards are gonna like that?
Well,
Why don't we just stay here for the night?
we'll tell them we went fishing and caught a fish.
I told you we'd go fishing.
Well, I mean, we could try and get her back to at least Rafa's house.
Yeah, let's gag her so she can't talk or scream for help.
Well,
Tie
she's doing
her arm?
magic. Yeah.
Tie her arms behind her back. And
I
let's
like
go back
this
to
elf
Rafa's
all of a
house.
sudden. She's starting to sound fun.
I asked the group who is tying the witch up then, and Colton raised his hand and said, I'll use my rope. So I had him roll a survival check. He rolled a 17, which was good, so he tied the knot pretty damn well.
So yeah, I tie her hands. So I tie her hands together, but then I also tie the rope around her arms, so they're like more pinned to her side. also.
I think we should get out of here, guys.
I still think we should kill her.
Let's just see if she doesn't become of use, then if she doesn't, I don't know. I don't think she's given
If
up.
she causes trouble,
Wait.
we'll give her
I'm
one
gonna-
chance.
I'm
If
gonna
she
pat her
causes
down.
trouble, then she's done.
Yeah, I'm gonna search her. I'm gonna pat her down.
So as Ragnar pats down this witch, he rolled a 17, which he finds a lot of stuff. He finds 10 gold in a pouch, and he finds the witch's book that she was holding before they fought with her. He found it inside of her cloak, and then he finds a bone ring. So a ring made out of bones with the insignia, the little symbol of the Lord of Bones.
Hey, Davina.
Yeah.
This ring looks really bony. You want it?
Just because I said I like bony things earlier makes you think that I want something. But I will gladly take it.
She was raising the dead, and I find a ring that looks like bones. I figured you would like it. I give the bone ring to Davina.
I will totally take it.
So as Ragnar hands Davina this ring, Colton notices it, and he wanted to see if he knows what that symbol exactly is, or that ring. So he rolled a religion check. And so what he finds out, he rolled really high. What he finds out that the Lord of Bones' name is Mirkul, and he's considered the Lord of Death, or the Angel of Death. Very, very powerful god.
So everything that you just said, I relay to her, saying that is the Lord of Bones ring. He's pretty much the angel of death. Anything that has to do with death, he's the god of.
Alrighty, well, I'll just keep it in my pocket then.
What else do we see in the room? Do we see anything interesting, or is it just plain walls?
So what they see in the back left corner, looking back towards the door they came in, they see a couple crates over there, but the room's pretty empty. They turn around, they see the pedestal that the witch was standing at, and then over past the pedestal against the wall, they notice that something that looks like there's a stone loose over in that direction.
What's with the loose stone?